No one heard the moment art woke up, but if you stood in Florence in the early 1400s, you could feel it breathing. The city smelled of wet stone and linseed oil, of river mist curling through narrow streets. Bells echoed off unfinished walls. Inside dim workshops, young painters stared at wooden panels and felt something was wrong. The world they saw with their eyes, depth, weight, flesh, shadow, refused to fit the flat, holy images they'd been taught to copy. And quietly, dangerously, they began to experiment. Florence was restless. Merchants counted coins while scholars reopened forgotten books. Sculptors ran their fingers over ancient marble, stunned by bodies that looked alive. Artists asked forbidden questions. What if space could recede? What if light obeyed rules? What if humans, not saints floating in gold, stood at the center of the story? Then came a revelation. Lines could converge. Space could be measured. With a few strokes, a painted room suddenly felt walkable, as if you could step inside and hear your footsteps echo. Perspective wasn't just a trick. It was a new way of seeing reality itself. Walls fell back. Streets stretched forward. The flat world cracked open. But this wasn't just about technique. Faces changed. Skin gained warmth. Muscles carried tension. You could see doubt in a gaze, pride in a posture, grief in a lowered hand. These figures didn't float above life anymore. They lived inside it. And viewers felt something unsettling: recognition. Midway through this transformation, a deeper shift occurred. Artists weren't just copying nature, they were studying it. Light at dawn, the weight of a body turning, the exact curve of a rib beneath skin. Workshops became laboratories, sketches piled up like evidence. Art stopped being inherited tradition and became discovery. The city noticed. Patrons demanded realism. Churches wanted images that moved the soul, not just instructed it. Painters felt pressure and power. With every fresco and panel, they were rewriting what art was allowed to do. And then came the emotional climax. Humanity reclaimed itself. Beauty no longer belonged only to heaven. It lived in streets, in labor, in imperfect bodies. Art didn't pull viewers away from the world, it pushed them deeper into it. By the time Florence realized what had happened, it was too late to turn back. The rules had changed. Vision itself had been rewritten. The Renaissance didn't just change art forever. It changed how humans saw themselves in the universe. If this story made you see the world a little differently, take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. And tell me in the comments, what moment in history do you think changed everything?